Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition Siege of Dragonspear on Nintendo Switch. Oh dear. Prepare to meet your end, puppet of Kalar. Hold, Vulcan. They do not wear Crusade colors. Oh, Cha, you're right. Who are you, stranger? I'm Big Deek of Baldur's Gate, come to fight the Kalar's Crusade. Taylor, is that you? Big Deek, you're supposed to be in Baldur's Gate. What are you doing here? Marching to Dragonspear to fight against Kalar and her Crusade, and you? How did you come to be here without Khalid? When you put an end to the Iron Crisis, Khalid and I decided to travel to Bridgefort, thinking it would make for a pleasure respite from Baldur's Gate. And it was, until the Crusade took Borska Bridge. I was trapped outside Bridgefort, Khalid within. Join me, Jahir. Together we shall liberate Bridgefort and reunite with you with your husband. So you and these others stand against the Crusade. Doesn't seem like a fair fight. You have made an impressive showing here thus far. There are many. We are few. You're at least one more now. Join me. 1,000 ill-trained Crusaders are no match for us, and the troops accompanying me. They are camped southwest of here. Join them and await my return. I will thin the Crusade's ranks. Head southward to the Flaming Fist camp. I shall meet you there. Before you ranged too far, you should know the Crusade holds a Borska Bridge, and you'll not be allowed to Bridgefort, at least not through the front. But there may be another way. There is a magic circle near the fort that can transport people inside. No one seems to know who created it originally or why. We had the Wardstones. Had we the Wardstones, we could enter Bridgefort. Just after the Crusade arrived, though, the Wardstones disappeared. One of our number had it during the retreat into the fort, but he was killed and the Wardstone taken. I saw a woman nearby in a purple robe leaving the scene. Perhaps a priest of Carrick. There is a ruined temple of Baal not far from there. If the priest took the Wardstone, if the priest that took the Wardstone remains in the area, she will study it. She will surely be there, defiling a site holy to her master's greatest victim. Now I bid thee farewell. I will seek out the Flaming Fist encampment.
This camp you speak of, does it welcome all who would battle the Crusade? And can wine be found within it?
Forgive me, Big Dick. This is my companion, Voglim of Luskun. A bit too lusty, but a worthy fighter. He would have been taken by the Crusade were it not for him. Accompanied you here to the camp, Voglin. You will find both welcome and wine there.
To the camp then, to make merry until the time comes to raise our weapons again.
Oh, it's good to see her. I'll, now I have a full crew. I don't care as much that she's there.
I'm coming for you.
No mercy for those who oppose us. Let's see how long you last against me. Ha! My aim is true. A wizard's might.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Two vertical stones tower to the side of the roadway. Some sentinels watching over travelers to and from the tradeway. Woos.
I'm so tired.
Fun, sir. Well, my friend, how can I be of service? Asked and given, though I should warn you, A pardon is likely you'll be given. Well, ask and given. I should warn you. A pardon is likely all you'll be given. Well, my friend, how can I be of service? We've been out on the road for days, my lord. I don't know how many. Starland Kayla and her Starland Crusaders burnt our houses. Hells, the whole Starland village to the ground. We've been working our way towards Baldur's Gate. I was wondering if you could tell me how much further we have to go. You've wasted yet, my friend. Here's 10 pieces of gold. It'll get you a decent meal and a night's shelter at the encampment down but the path. Yeah, sure. Here you go. You have a thanks. Would that we had more to offer ye. Out of my sight.
Here comes 300
Ha! My aim is true. Time to end you. Let's see how long.
Another try I shall give. Another try I shall give.
Stings, doesn't it, evil?
A dim light can be seen within the murky cavern beyond the gaping hole carved in the hillside.
Here comes 300 pounds of justice!
I'm looking forward to this.
Go for the ice! Go
Don't
for
draw
the
close
ice
to
pool!
me.
Go for the ice!
I'll recover. I'll recover.
Take it like a champ.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Must I? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I'm looking forward to this.
Aye?
Yeah? What do you want?
Sword, meet evil!
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
A den of stinking evil. Actually, this evil is not as smelly as it usually is. We come for you anyway, well scrubbed evil.
Let's see, this tree is sustained by a sliver of light piercing from a crack in the cavern ceiling above. Even in the darkest of places, life finds a way to thrive. Yes, and dinosaurs too. skulls? Human skulls?
Huh?
Yes.
Like hard at me? Yes,
Sweetheart?
What you got for me this time? Top of my to-do list.
'Tis my will!
Oh, that's all there is. Okay. It's hard to tell where to go in this. There's so much, so many forested areas. And it's not obvious where the path to go is.
Ah, it has been too long since Minsk journeyed with such a fine companion.
Top of my to-do list.
Forest of worms. Bosque Bridge. Suppose I need to go to the Forest of Worms, right?
Kalar's servants may take Bridgefort, but I'm not inclined to let them have it without a fight.
Come swiftly!
I'll recover.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Let's see how long you last against me. 'Tis my will! Curses!
One goal. Jeez. Cheap living. Glowing runes on these stones indicate that this is an inactive magical circle. It appears the defenders have cut the bridge loose. You cannot enter the fort this way. No, you don't say.
You got this coming!
Jeez. Okay.
Time to end you.
Your life is...
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I see gold is not a thing in this game. It's a tiny area.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Okay.
Good day, and hello to you.
Hello there, friend. Word to the wise, there's spiders all over these parts. Small ones, big ones, really big ones. If you value your life, don't venture into any caves you might come across. May Tamora favor thee. Farewell. Yeah, I hate this game. Spiders. They always root you.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Let's see how long you last against me.
Why, Ray? Why?
I'm looking forward to this.
That's it. What the hell are these?
You're mine now. Bleed for Shaw. Victory shall be ours!
They these spiders even worse.
Doom draws close to me!
A well-trod path leads up the hillside. The footprints are obviously humanoid.
I'm looking forward to this. I'll recover.
Ha! My aim is true!
This is the most fun I've had in weeks.
Fiddle with spiders, right? Well, we gotta explore. A large green... Wait, what? I don't need to fight this, do I? Seems like
Top
he's
of my
sleeping.
to-do list.
It has been too long since Minsk journeyed with such a fine companion.
'Tis my will!
I actually wasn't going to fight for you, but okay.
Victory shall be ours!
Ooh, some gold. And fine jewelry.
Yeah? What do you want? Huh? Top of my to-do list.
Broken armor, cloak. Treasury note. The wealth you accumulated since departing Candlekeep has been stored in the... Oh, that's right. Hell. I don't need that. Dragon scale.
What you got for me this time? Yeah? Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Well, no spiders, but a giant-ass dragon and some bugbears.
Way ahead of you, boss.
I'm coming for you!
Sunso Jammy healing potion. Arrows, arrows, arrows. Oh, Corwin has arrows, huh?
What you
Yes?
got for me this time?
I understand.
Yeah? What do you want? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
The chalk-white markings on the cavern walls doubtless mean something to someone, but you are not that person.
Keep watch for ancient tomes or any scrolls that might contain lost arcana.
The pool of clear water glitters in the cavern's murk. Fish glide through the pool, darting this way and that. A darting fish.
You got this, Kevin!
Clan, we kill you!
I meant your clan no harm, but I was searching for an old temple and they attacked me.
Temple priests give Snorgash food, weapons, make sores go away. Tell us kill outsiders and they not hurt us. So we hurt you.
Okay, sure. So much for that. So much for that, huh?
Death comes swiftly!
You feel hurt us.
This is definitely not a gold gathering game.
Huh? Aye?
Thy demand?
Your need? Yes, dear.
Do you seek to see me imprisoned or killed? Keep our profiles more discreet, then.
What you got for me this time?
Who are you? Actually, never mind. I just want to get out of here. Who are you? I am a faithful of the mad god, but I can no longer serve here. Strange things are happening. Voices in the dark, and the High Priestess locked herself into the ritual room days ago. I cannot allow a servant of the Cyric to pass. Your evil dies here. Get out of my way.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Ooh, thanks for the healing. Friendly looking place.
Top of my to-do list.
Help Private Caherim of the Crusade here. We're on a real important mission, and these kooky cultists caught us. Help!
Of the Crusade? Oh, so you're the enemy. How can I free you?
There must be a key around here somewhere. I saw a big lizard lady. Maybe she has it. Free us, and I'll do anything you say. Free us, please!
Just looking for the key. Sit tight and I'll return.
Hurry!
Who's there? My eyes are gone, but I can hear you, smell you. My Dark Lord sends me company. Speak to me, you who smells of sunlight and blood. Tell me who it is that visits my dusty prison.
Which Dark Lord is yours? There are so many these days.
The Lord of Murder. He who was Lord here before treachery and deceit ended him. Still, though I lost both my sight and my freedom that fateful day, I remain faithful.
This woman was present when Baal was slain by Cyric. The Dark Sun's minions must have imprisoned her years ago.
Faithful. Though my name has withered to dust in this endless night, still I may be called faithful. Lone travelers walked too close, fell into our nets, and we cut out their hearts. Blood ran down my arms, and I felt the Lord of Murder's blessing.
The temple lies in ruins now, and you are caged, your eyes gouged from your skull. How did this come to pass? The base god of treachery now rules here. His mocking laughs seals my brain. I will not say his name. She can never make me say his name. A new age of Baal will open upon us, and soon. The harper stole and slew our children, but still I remain faithful. The Lord of Murder will rise again. The harper stole children? Tell me exactly what happened here. What tale should I spin for you? That of our stolen children, or of our collapse? Well, I hear of the children. A priestess and a harper spy meeting in darkness, hiding their passion. Oh, but we saw. We knew. His passion led him to careless speech, and she brought his words back to the temple. He thought his love would be stronger than the will of murder. Ah! When the harpers raided the temple, he came upon his lover with a dagger raised over her living child. Her gift to raise our slain master. How he pleaded with her not to send her own flesh to the Lord of Murder. An arrow from one of his allies pierced her throat, even as she laughed at his folly.
They took her children. The blood we would have used to return Baal to power. I didn't give up. My faith holds strong. Before we could try again, though, the others came.
Tell me about the temple's collapse. We plotted and planned, wailing in darkness for our lost god. Then they came, the followers of... I will not say his name. They came for us, gloating and preening, their shiny knives raised. I got the best of her, though. I said I would slay them all in Baal's name, while my followers led. Even the Lord of Murder keeps his promises. I broke her teeth with my dagger blade and gouged out gouged out their throats while their bloody gums gnawed at my hand. But she caught me in the end, yes. My faithful were safe, but I was trapped. Dusty bones in a rusty cage. Powerful words to keep me alive, long after I should have died. She took my eyes and tells me tales of her lord's power. She says Baal is gone. And sight. No, I will not say his name. I will never say his name. We've been locked out for almost a decade then. The years do not matter. They do not break me. Did not end my devotion. I've come here seeking a was stolen by a priest of Cyric. You know where I might find such a thing? You can't... my head!
Tired. So tired. Zeotar knows. She has what you need. I must rest now. Almost over. Almost done.
I'll find Zeotar and then return to free you. Go, I shall rest. The reek of excrement and rotting flesh wafts from this dark pit. Excrement and rotting flesh. Oh, what a bonus.
Kneel and repent.
Yeah?
Your
What do you
orders?
want?
I am yours to command.
History of the Dead 3. Knucklebone, Skull Bowling, and the Empty Throne. In ages past, there was but one god of strife, death, and the end, and the dead, and he was known as Jurgle, Lord of the End of Everything. Jurgle fermented and fed on the discord among mortals and powers alike. When beings slew each other in their quest for power or in their hatred, he welcomed them into his shadowy kingdom of eternal gloom. As all things died, everything came to him eventually, and over time he built his power into a kingdom unchallenged by any other god. Eventually, however, he grew tired of his duties, for he knew them too well. Without challenge there is nothing, and in nothingness there is only gloom. In such a state, the difference between absolute power and absolute powerlessness is undetectable. During this dark era, there arose three powerful mortals, Bane, Baal, and Merkul, who lusted after the power Jurgil wielded. The trio forged an unholy pact, agreeing that they would dare to seek such ultimate power, or die in the attempt. Over the length and breadth of the realms they strode, seeking powerful magics and spells, and defying death at every turn. No matter what monster they confronted, or what spell they braved, the three mortals emerged unscathed at every turn. Eventually, the trio destroyed one of the 7 gods, and they each seized a portion of his divine essence for themselves. The trio then journeyed into the Grey Waste, and sought out the Castle of Bone. Through armies of skeletons, legions of zombies, hordes of non-corporeal dead, and a gauntlet of liches, they battled. Eventually, they reached the object of their lifelong quest, the Bone Throne. Oh, yeah, that's my Tinder name. I claim this throne of evil, shouted Bane the tyrant. I'll destroy you before you can raise a finger, threatened Baal the assassin. And I shall imprison your essence for eternity, promised Merkul the necromancer. Jurgil arose from his throne with a wary expression and said, The throne is yours. I have grown weary of this empty power. Take it if you wish. I promise to serve and guide you as your central until you grow comfortable with the position. Before the stunned trio could react, the Lord of the Dead continued, Who among you shall rule? The trio immediately fell to fighting amongst themselves, while Jurgil looked on with indifference. When eventually it appeared that either they would all die of exhaustion or battle on for an eternity, the Lord of the End of Everything intervened. After all you have sacrificed, would you come away with nothing? Why don't you divide the portfolios of the office and engage in a game of skill for them? Bane, Baal, and Merkul considered the god's offer and agreed. Jurgil took the heads of his 3 most powerful liches and gave them to the trio that they would complete by bowling the skulls. Each mortal rolled a skull across the Grey Waste, having agreed that the winner would be he who bowled the farthest. Malar, the Beast Lord, arrived to visit Jurgil at this moment. After quickly ascertaining that the winner of the contest would get all of Jurgil's power, he chased off after the 3 skulls to make sure that the contest would be halted until he had a chance to participate for part of the prize. Bane, Baal, and Merkul again fell to fighting as it was obvious their sport was ruined, and again Jurgil intervened. Why don't you allow Lady Luck to decide so you don't have to share with the beast? The trio agreed, and Jurgil broke off his skeletal finger bones and gave them to the players. When Malar returned from chasing the skulls, he found that the trio had just finished a game of knucklebones. Bane cried out triumphantly, As winner, I choose to rule for all eternity as the ultimate tyrant. I can induce hatred and strife at my whim, and all will bow down to me while in my kingdom. Merkul, who had won 2nd place, declared, But I choose the dead, and by doing so I truly win, because all you are Lord over Bane, will eventually be mine. All things must die, even gods. Baal, who finished third, demurred, I choose death, and it is by my hand that all you rule, Lord Bane, will eventually pass to Lord Merkul. Both of you must pay honor to me and obey my wishes, since I can destroy your kingdom. Bane, by murdering your subjects, and I can starve your kingdom. I can destroy your kingdom, Bane, by murdering your subjects, and I can starve your kingdom, Merkul, by staying my hand. Malar growled in frustration, but he could do nothing, and yet again only the beasts were left for him. Jurgil merely smiled, for he had been delivered. Oh, that's kind of interesting. History of Halrua. Halrua was settled centuries ago by the wizards fleeing the Farum in what was to become the Anarok Desert. The first wizards came in unique flying ships invented by the Theres and found a beautiful and rich country settled only by shepherds and large herds of aurochs and wild roth. It was there that the wizards decided to make a stand, should the Farum follow. The Farum never did, but Halrua has had to defend itself from attacks by all of its neighbors since then. Over the centuries, Bambrath has attacked and raided Halrua's ports and borders multiple times. Once led by magic-resistant barbarians, the Dambriel occupied all of the country of South Halrua. They were defeated in battle by the great archmage Mikantil, who slew their barbarian leader. 40,000 Bambrati attacked and was stopped by 500 Halruans. More than 200 Halruans wizards, including Mikantil, died in the battle. The last attack upon Halrua was less than 100 years ago, through the Teleth Pass by the power-hungry kingdom of Lapilya. He had allied with the bandits from the Waste, though this time the Halruans were able to field a larger force, including fighting men as well as wizards and their skyships. The attackers were easily routed. Halrua also suffered through a civil war about 5 centuries ago when a number of mages advocating beginning new experiments in magic, one which even the Nithris didn't approve of. The renegades were driven from the region, but went on to found the land of Thay, or so it is said in Halrua. Since then, Halrua has been at peace. They have had no declared wars, though it still suffers raids from Dumbrai pirates, bandits of the pirates. Oh my goodness, bandits of the wastes, savages from Mirha jungles, and any other pirate, raider, or hungry wizard who thinks that magic and wealth grow on trees in Halrua. This constant raiding has made the Halruans very defensive, warlike, and traditional. The people say that since wizards have always led them, wizards always will. History of Zentirum, 2 Zentsworth. Much confusing exists in the realms regarding Zentil Keep and the not-so-secret society known as the Black Network, or Zentirum. The two are closely tied, such that a speaker may refer to one when meaning the other and still be clearly understood. In general, both mean trouble. Zentil Keep is a walled independent city on the western shores of the Moonsea. It is one of the most evil cities in the realms, a blight on the north, and a haven for evil groups, plotting manipulators, dark religions, and foul practices. Its rulers seek to dominate the lands around it, including the Dragonspine Mountains, Yulash Vunlar, and the neighboring dales. The city of Zentil Keep and its armies, known as the Zentilar, to make matters more confusing, have destroyed Teschendel, come close to destroying Daggerdale, and for a long time had an agent ruling Shadowdale. The Zentirum is an organization of evil priests, wizards, and inhuman creatures bent on controlling all the trade and power between the Sword Coast, meaning Baldur's Gate and Waterdeep, and the Moonsea, including the entering lands of Cormyr and Anarach. Its aims in the Moonsea area are the same as in Zentil Keep, and the two factions work hand in glove, often sharing the same membership. The Zentirum have a more far-reaching effect than Zentil Keep, though, and have agents throughout the north. In addition, the Zentirum are not limited to Zentil Keep itself and maintain a number of fortified outposts. Their rulership has spread with passing years. In addition to being the dominant force in Zentil Keep, the Zentirum control the Citadel of the Raven and Darkhold, 2 important castle complexes. Over the years, more power has been moving away from Zentil Keep, filled with a lot of unknown and untrustworthy flunkies, and into these more secure areas. Within the Dale Lands area, Zentirum smells of Zentil Keep and vice versa, but in reality not every keeper, yet another name of the native Zentil Keep, is of the Black Network, and not every agent of Zentirum is from Zentil Keep. Adventurers should watch who they trust as a result. Should I? I guess I should. Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is Audap. You've been watching Baldur's Gate Siege of Dragonspear on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.